fans, grab your seeds and grab your gum for the last time this season. It is time for the Dirt and Turf podcast. I'm Cobra. I'm joined by Caesar and Alex. Say hello, guys. I know it's hard to be excited, but at least say hello to the fans. Say hello.
Hello.
Hello, what's up?
What's up is, unfortunately, they did it again. You know, famous responsible gambler Shohei Ohtani, wins it again, and the Dodgers, they had to win it, had to help ruin baseball again. So here we are. We were hoping the Blue Jays could get it done, but they end up pulling a Toronto Maple Leafs and do that shit.
Yep.
Yeah, I mentioned on the Biscuit and Penalties that Toronto does Toronto sports things and lose
Yes, they
in
do.
the most Toronto sports way possible by throwing at home for no reason instead of throwing the first for the force out to lose them the game. I'm over just like, why are you throwing at home? Throw the first. What are we doing here? We just had chances, multiple of them, and they blew every single one of them. Bases loaded, they got this. Nope, they do not.
Clayton Kershaw had to go out as a champion. So there you have it with him. We enjoys retirement, and it won't be the same without him actually being out there, except with the Dodgers all his career. So
I was like, how do you not know you won the World Series? He was ready to pitch again. They're like, no, we won the World Series, Clayton. And I was like, how do you not know you won the biggest game of your life? What?
Sometimes it's the heat of the moment,
Definitely, yeah, because it happens in football a lot too. We win Super Bowl, they don't know they want to they're holding it, and I'm like, yeah, I would do the same thing. I'm like, we won. What? Where did that happen?
Yeah. So, like I said, this was a very interesting World Series. You kind of again, we kind of wish the outcome was a lot different. Definitely.
most definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
I do believe this was one of the better playoffs we've seen in a long time. As we the Mariners for the first time in the playoffs since 2001. The Brewers were fighting for a championship. The Tigers were fighting for a championship. Game 7s were all over the place. Game 5s were intense. We had an 18-inning game in the World Series, which is beyond me to sit down and watch. Because I was like, I'm not going to be up that late on East Coast time to watch that. But I think it was the best playoffs we've seen in a hot minute. Maybe since the Braves won the World Series in 2021, or even since the Cubs won in 2016. I think those are the other two that are up there with excitement and of sit down and watch.
I agree.
I definitely agree with you. This is for sure one of the better World Series that we've had. So, again,
for what it was.
A round of applause for the Dodgers. They definitely delivered it, but at the same time, you just wish that the team, there was a different team.
And then all our World Series predictions were wrong, all of them.
I had the Mariners winning. That's just how luck goes, man.
You and Kat cursed the Detroit Tigers by making them Crown World Series champions, Cobra. You both said the Tigers were going to win everything. You cursed them.
Well, we weren't trying to.
What is Detroit sports? They can't win anything, apparently, because every team in Detroit blows in the playoffs.
No, they can't.
All of them do.
Yeah. Well, it's been a pretty interesting year for Dirt and Turf. Originally started off differently. So kind of want to say that, hey, it was a fun season too. We jumped from network to network, from SSPPN to now Handed Down Sports Media. So definitely was a very interesting time. But I definitely say, I think the most fun I've had on this podcast for Dirt and Turf, at least, was we got introduced to a brand new character. Of course, Izzy the Gremlin, who has been our please don't cancel us type of character that has been introduced to Dirt and Turf. Every time San Francisco is introduced, she's got to reference San Francisco.
Definitely a tamer Yinzer, for sure.
Yeah. Whereas Yinzer is drunk, and always hating Cat. Izzy just loves the gay people.
And thinks that the Pirates and the Steelers are going to the World Series and Super Bowl every single time he's on here.
Well, that's Steelers. Well, that's Yinzers for you. They always believe that Steelers gone to Super Bowl because that's all they believe. Just like how Vikings believe that Aaron Rodgers be a part of them so that they can go disappoint. I mean, hey, could be worse. Could be Gary Anderson missing that field goal, and it's no good.
I do believe that the Dodgers will not have a chance to win next year. I think that it will be a team better than them on paper.
I think this is their last run. I agree with you.
I agree.
I think that the call for something entirely different is there. I think seeing the Dodgers one more time in the World Series, I think that will kill baseball.
I do want to ask an interesting question though, with the new rule change of the challenge of strikes with the the AI robot strike zone.
The robot umpire, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people were saying that was a good change that could have benefited the Blue Jays in the World Series this year. If a lot of calls were called against them, that might have been balls over strikes, but the umpires are blind zebras and shoulder pads. And I think I agree. I think the Blue Jays would have benefited challenging some of those calls that were against them, that were strikes and not balls.
For years, we the fans had been clamoring for the umpires to get better vision. This is the chance for the umpires to be challenged, and I mean literally challenged, because hey, that ball was definitely not a strike. And if they are going to implement it, it needs to be in like critical scenarios. In my opinion, like if it's I want to say like seventh or eighth, like eighth or ninth inning, like the challenge should be used. Critical situations.
It's not like the NFL when you just throw a challenge flag for anything you think it looks off.
Pretty much, yeah. You don't want to do that because that's an abuse. You want there to be, hey, this actually could change the game. Let's use it, to change the game.
Yeah, definitely. Because growing up watching Angel Hernandez umpire hurt my brain, because I was like, how do you call any of those? How you called them when you're standing behind them and you can see that it's 5 feet off the plate, it should be a ball instead of a strike, or it's above the strike zone, it should be a ball and not a strike. How blind are you? One of the worst umps ever, I think, is made umpires have blind eye syndrome, because Hernandez was so bad. I'm glad he
was terrible.
The pads, because he was so awful, so bad.
Yeah, like the Angel Hernandez needed glasses or something, man.
Glasses are needed to go, and so he,
You're literally 5 feet behind the catcher, looking at the strike zone that we can see on TV because there's a box on our TV screen. We can watch it, and we can see how dumb you are. And they argue because you're wrong every time.
Oh, yeah, and
I saw it all the time.
Yeah, I think all of us did. His calls were so egregiously bad.
Terrible.
That's probably more people that get ejected arguing with him because you get ejected. You argue with the umpire long enough, they can eject you. And as far as people that get ejected all the time arguing with Adrian Hernandez and his blind eye sight.
Juan Gardner got ejected, probably by him multiple times. Yeah. That was.
So who do we think will be crowned as the World Series champion come this time next year? If we all believe the Dodgers are not going to have another chance to do what the Yankees did in the 2000s and three-peat.
I definitely think that the Blue Jays might be back.
Yeah, it'd have to be Blue Jays or Seattle Mariners in the AL, and then besides the Dodgers in the NL, Phillies or Brewers.
The Brewers.
I mean,
yeah.
the Brewers had the best NL win-loss record. So if they could do it again, yeah.
If I had to pick three from both conferences out of the NL, I would go with I'm spacing on the team in the NL at the moment. The Brewers, the Phillies, and possibly if the Cubs can get back what they did in 2016 and have a winning record, I think they can be a little bit of dark horses out of the NL to make some noise as kind of a dark horse late one playoff team. And out of the AL, I would probably say the Mariners, the Blue Jays, I think will be back again. I think I could get Cobra. And probably the Giants. They can get their shit together enough to get anywhere near the postseason next year.
Right. Well, guys, I hate to say this. This is going to be a short show. You know, it's the World. You know, the World Series happened. You know, it's already in everyone's rearview mirror. Everyone's moving forward with other sports like hockey, football. You know, basketball's in session. You know what?
Yep.
But since we are still in the baseball mood for one final time, let's at least grab our seeds one final time with our affiliate sponsor today, Smackin'. Smackin' sunflower seeds, everyone knows, are the number one viral sunflower seed on the market today. And they've got great flavors, of course, that they're standard. My favorite is, of course, cinnamon churro. But of course, they have the Advent calendar to count down the holidays. You get 24 days of seeds, 24 flavors, 24 that had never been released. You could get spicy ramen, s'mores flavor, bacon jalapeno popper, sweet Thai chili, and so much more for Smackin' Sunflower Seeds, the Advent calendar. And of course, they also have the other limited edition flavors as well. You know, they currently still have chili lime and cheeseburger flavor, as well as the Backyard Sports Edition Smackin' Sunflower Seeds with backyard barbecue and Pablo Sanchez's loaded nacho. But of course, if you want to check out why Smackin' the number one sunflower seeds on the market today, why don't you use our affiliate link in the bio wherever you get your podcasts to show the channel some love. We'd appreciate it if you do so. And so would Smackin'. Tell them Hand Down Sports Media sent you. Smackin' Sunflower Seeds. And of course, we got to thank our other podcasts as well. Biscuits and Penalties, our hockey podcast, which Caesar and Alex were just on. We recorded it on. Alex recorded it earlier. We are going to get that uploaded as soon as possible. Then, of course, we have the Hard Count, our football podcast, which will be tomorrow night. So stay tuned and be there. We also have the Handed Down Beatdown, our pro wrestling podcast, which will be next week, not this Sunday, but next Sunday. We also have the Lap Down, which just ended its second season. Great Great that they did so. Those guys are awesome. Give them a listen. And of course, the hand down bench, which we will get to. I know it's been tough. It's been rough. We've just been exhausted doing this stuff. And of course, the hard count recap where I go over, the NFL games. So there's that. And I forgot Passing the Pigskin, our college football podcast with Billy. So stay tuned for that. And well, I'm Cobra. I am, and on behalf of Caesar and Alex, well, let's pick up our gloves. Let's pick up our bat. It's time to play ball. One final time. See you around.
Let's go.